Hello everyone, welcome to our episode. And we are boys and girls, and we are here to talk about our beloved club, Manchester City. आज का एपिसोड थोड़ा स्पेशल है. We are here to talk
भाई
about our
हर बार भूल जाता है क्या ट्रेबल विनर्स मैनचेस्टर सिटी हाउ द फक
treble winners by.
are you forgetting
You
that
sorry, एक कम्युनिटी शील्ड आ
you
गया. इसका
sick in
मतलब
your
ये नहीं
head
कि हमारा ट्रेबल चला गया है. हम ट्रेबल विनर्स है. Yes, तो let me do it
हर
again.
हर
Welcome to our episode. We'll talk about our city, treble winner Manchester City. और आज का हमारा एक स्पेशल segment है. This is तबादला बम्बाजो.
spoiled Gen Z kid
भाई जेंसी मतलब ठीक है. I'll take it भाई. थोड़ा
spoiled Gen Z kid
थोड़ी मेरी उम्र कम कर रहा है चलेगा भाई. I'll take it. But yeah, so welcome to our segment of तबादला बम्बाजो where we are here to talk about transfers, about all general but mainly focus on City. और लास्ट 3-4 दिनों में बहुत एक्शन हुआ है, बहुत सारी अपडेट्स आए हैं, बहुत सारी चीज़ें पता चली है. Obviously we did a pace in our first episode where we discussed about few players, few incomings, outgoings, but अभी थोड़ा और concrete अच्छे न्यूज़ आए हैं. एंड हमारे साथ हमारे इंडियन फब्रिजियो है या इंडियन समीर ली बोलो. द गाय. By the way, people who do not know, but Samir actually spends time reading articles. He knows
you
about
can
stuff that
you
he's
can
talking
you can
about.
skip you can skip that
No,
part,
no, no.
it's fine.
So we are here to talk about the stuff that we actually know. जो legit information हम उसके बारे में बात
I mean
कर रहे हैं.
this is the window for that, this is the month for
Yeah,
that.
and yeah, so this is a way to convey to all our viewers कि actually में हो क्या रहा है और what were the behind the scenes all of these transfers, and also we just try to give you the good insights on it. So एक आज अच्छी न्यूज़ आई है कि अपना नए कप्तान 2 साल
Before that I just want to cut you
yes
before
yes
that. Do you want to talk about our documentary?
oh
We want to talk
bro,
about that.
the trailer dude, the
Let's talk
trailer
about that first, ठीक है. वो
brother.
आज का highlight वो था.
True dude, that documentary is gonna bang so hard bro. जो मजा आया है जिस तरह से
You
देखिए.
know, so somewhere on the corner I was quite disappointed कि क्योंकि कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा था. Either City is doing to another season of together, especially the season that we had.
Yeah, इसके पहले
Because
वाला correct.
I mean, it's a roller coaster of a season, like right
Yeah.
from being in February when none of us thought that we will even win anything. Like,
Yep.
कोई एक ट्रॉफी जीत जाएंगे ये भी कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं था. And then at the end,
After the Nottingham one
literally
especially.
we had a season of immortality in the end.
Yeah.
Right, so not covering that would be kind of like
Yes.
quite of a
Yes.
criminal behavior.
True.
But then
I agree.
बहुत एकदम ऐसे चुपके से डाल दिया कि भाई like हम वो there's this film and when it comes like हम अभी भी जिंदा हैं. So like they basically did that हो रहा है it's there, it's coming. RDX
Yes.
it's there, it's coming. Like
Yes.
it's not just the season के start में relive those memories, what happened and behind the
Perfect.
scenes.
Yeah.
How are the players kind of coping up with the highs and lows of the season.
Yes.
And kind of like you could see that how dynamics have changed with Haaland, Alvarez and Ortega coming in to the
Yes.
squad. So I mean I think so this would hit much harder than what it had in the previous
Yes.
in our 2021 2022
Exactly.
season. So
Yeah. I love how can
yeah,
we do
I
it
mean,
better and City is not doing it better.
I mean, this is a platform where like even if you don't do better, it's fine because like we just want to see what happened
Exactly.
in the season, particularly in the season, like what happened in camp, like camera के पीछे चल क्या रहा था, what was
Exactly.
going
The
on,
documentaries, this kind of
how was Guardiola kind of handling everything, and especially because
True.
this is not the season when we won those when we won the 3 coveted trophies. This was a season when basically the whole world turned against us.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
There was a
So
situation. It was City against the
there
world.
is, if not there was, there is, and there will
Still
be.
there is. Yeah.
But
Still there is.
I mean that began this year as well. So this year, I think so. This year would be a year of many of those firsts that happened. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I mean, so that kind of like, how would that, what was going on in minds of the players, what was
Yes.
going on in the mind of
This kind
Guardiola.
of documentary helps a lot to give us the behind the scenes which चल क्या रहा है, because it's easy for fans to rant on WhatsApp क्या भाई इसको क्यों नहीं खिलाया, ये क्या चल
also
रहा है, पेप क्या सोच रहा है, but it gives you a good
entertaining भी
insight.
ये entertaining भी बनाते हैं, पता है, like you know
Exactly.
somewhat like not to that level of what Drive to Survive does or your
Yeah,
Breakpoint does. Them are from same producers basically.
yeah.
Not like
उन
the
लोग को तो भाई कंटेंट चाहिए, उनको लोगों को तो व्यूअर्स चाहिए, वो तो एक उसके लिए है, बट अपना सिटी विल गिव यू अ प्रॉपर इनसाइट
basically
होल फुटबॉल
basically
एंड
they really want कि जो भी जिस हिसाब से क्लब ग्रो कर रहा है ना, so this is
या
one of the initiatives to bring fans closer to the players,
या
closer
करेक्ट
to
करेक्ट
just to give an insight of this is how a football club actually
यस
runs on the
यस
on the outside of things, like
यस यस
it is like it's very easy to say that कि hey, they should done that, should उनकी cycle like how they're handling with this pressure, because we
यस
literally play in every competition,
यस
right?
ट्रू
So how to handle with that pressure, and especially this season where we finished 1 month after every other club, barring
यप
United, of course. But we finished
यस
after one month after, and then we had a World Cup. We had a season where there was World Cup, and then season where
यप
kind of it was like a cloud of uncertainty looming around future, and then
यस
how that kind of brought that band of boys together, and they kind of went on an unbeaten run, and then they
यस
swept away Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Arsenal. जो भी है सबको लताड़ के सबको मतलब धोबी पछाड़ करके फेंक दिया, तो वो जो एक सीज मेंटालिटी की शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई,
यस
that whole thing kind of, this will be like, I think so this is documentary जो like नोटिफिकेशन का बेल बजते हैं ना भाई, आप कहीं भी
बस
हो,
यस
आप
यस यस यस
किसी भी टाइम पे हो, आप पूरा खत्म करके ही अपना वापस से लाइफ रिस्टार्ट करोगे या फिर
definitely
वापस से
definitely,
रिज्यूम
and I'm
करोगे चीजों को.
definitely looking forward to it, and it's also always inspiring to see such journey of a club who has achieved a big prize at the end. So definitely हम तो
This
उसके लिए
is
देने हैं.
basically इस साल का for us, this is the most awaited thing
अब this
to
is
watch
our open hammer.
for
This
this
is
year.
our open hammer.
Zaro, I mean, yeah,
This
I would say that this is our Oppenheimer, or
yeah
whoever is watching this, अगर if you're waiting for something which has not released that, I think so. This documentary will trump that thing
yeah
of yours which you're waiting for to
yeah yeah
watch.
yeah yeah truly यार waiting, मतलब कब जब आएगा तो definitely देखेंगे, but आज तबादला बम्बाजो अच्छी एक खबर आई है कि हमारे नए कप्तान 2 साल और रह सकते हैं.
अभी मतलब हो सकते हैं कप्तान,
I
हुए
mean
नहीं है.
तरह से मुझे लगता है
He's captain in waiting.
आई
He's
थिंक
captain in waiting. He's captain in
आई
waiting
थिंक
basically.
जिस तरह से पेप बात कर रहा था उसके बारे में मुझे लगता है डिनर पे तो मेजोरिटी बात कप्तानी पे हुई हो सकती है, बट गिव अस योर इनसाइट्स ऑन what happened in total Kyle Walker transfer saga. He's like rumored move to Bayern and all, and finally it's now a good rumor that he may extend for 2 years in Man City. So please do let
उम्र
us know.
नहीं है तो yes, Kyle Walker has taken a U-turn for good, firstly. Okay, and I mean, obviously, it was Guardiola did had that conversation during. I think so. It was. I don't know whether it was separate. They met separately or it was during Riyadh and LK's farewell party. I don't know whether they met during that at that point or it was a separate conversation. They had a separate dinner because I think so. Even Guardiola has said that they kind of met because obviously Kyle Walker was supposed to be the captain for Community Shield, and until and unless then they re-elect the captain and co-leadership.
Yeah,
But yeah, so he is staying, and I mean it big. So when this whole thing break out that he's staying and he's taking a U-turn, so it was basically in the mold that he will either sign a new contract or he'll leave next year on a free transfer.
hmm.
But अभी ये भी आ चुका है कि he is now signing a new contract, which is a
But
2 year deal. So
yep,
basically Bayern का जो offer था, it was 2 years plus 1 year extension. So that 1 year extension, I think so, is not happening in this case. So it's a pure 2 year contract, or we could say 1 year extension. So like
Yeah.
2025 may he can leave. So I think so from a contract length, from the contract length POV, it works for both parties. Okay.
Yes,
एक साल
correct.
वाला अगेन ठीक है, एक साल वाला होता तो इट वुड बी आल्सो ऑन क्लब्स डिस्क्रिप्शन, प्लेयर डिस्क्रिप्शन तो नहीं होता, जनरली होता भी नहीं, वो बहुत कम केसेस में होता है, तो शायद नहीं भी करते, बट देन टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, क्योंकि बायर्न में भी देखा जाए तो ठीक है, आई मीन इट वुड हैव बीन गिवन कि स्टार्ट करता, बट बायर्न में ऑप्शंस
But
बहुत है फॉर दैट पोजीशन.
was he ever serious about going to Bayern? Like उसका seriousness
Yes
था
he
कि
was,
जाना
yes he
चाहता हूँ.
was, he actually committed to join Bayern Munich. He was serious. As a, it was it, I mean you could see in two ways, okay, or I could say like I'll come to that point later. So he was serious, just to answer your question, that he was he actually was pushing as well to go to Bayern. He agreed personal terms with them, uh, but I think this whole thing changed recently. ऐसा नहीं कि this has been going on, this changed recently as well. He was dissatisfied with his minutes in the previous season,
Yes.
and ये अभी से नहीं चल रहा था. This I think so began during February March. Actually, the point was that Cancelo and Walker both were uh, not happy with Guardiola
Their
at that
involvement.
point. But
Yes.
Walker didn't choose to make a scene out of it. Obviously, because of the maturity and
Sadly,
because him being senior.
thank
And
God.
Cancelo chose the other way. Okay.
Sadly.
And then he saw also, that if he would have done the same thing, he could have also been in the same frame, just like
Yes.
Cancelo had. And so kind of
Yes.
that decision of him worked out in his favor,
Yep.
and he kind of uh, showed the maturity and showed that character that he had, that he's known for, and then he kept doing whatever he's asked to, and then now I think so his importance grew. Okay, but if you look at from another point of view, I think the city was scared to let him go to Bayern because uh, उसके जो ऑफ पिच इश्यूज थे, इंक्लूडिंग जो कोविड में उसने किया था कि काइंड
Yes.
ऑफ थ्रू अ पार्टी एंड देन he broke the lockdown rules, and then that whole video that came out this year as well. I think the club was thinking to cut ties with him. ऐसा नहीं कहूँगा कि it was never on the cards. It was,
Mm.
but they were hoping कि अगर maybe he'll go on free transfer next year, and then that's it. But
Yeah.
when this whole Bayern thing came in picture, I think the club was a bit scared that they don't want to face him in as
Correct.
a European. They don't want him to kind of see him next year in a team that's basically a direct rivals in Europe.
Yes. Yes. Even
So
like because he offers something. He offers you.
here,
He's a
I mean, you could
player.
offers. You can look at it now, like बायर्न के दोनों फ्लैंक्स पे डिफेंस में दे हैव पेस पेस अब्यूज होगा यार,
Exactly.
मतलब लेफ्ट साइड पे डेविस है, राइट साइड पे वॉकर है,
Yes.
वो तो
Correct.
मतलब पूरा डांडिया खेलेंगे यार पिच में, मतलब प्रॉपर दिस इज बेसिकली वी आर गेटिंग टू फ्लैश इन वन
Yes.
टीम.
और let's और साने को मैं पकड़ लो साथ में उस along with them.
हाँ हाँ,
समझ
पूरा
लेता
इनके
है.
तो चौकड़ी है भाई, पूरा तो एकदम दिस इज दैट होल फ्लैश में सीन ना कि दोनों ऐसे भागते हैं, लाइक
Yes.
अगर तो देखा होगा तो मूवी में कि दोनों
Yeah.
दे
Yeah.
दे टच द हील एंड देन दे रन ऑन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन एंड देन दे काइंड ऑफ क्रिएट एन इमेजरी ऑफ देमसेल्व्स. ये वही होता
Yeah.
है. तो बट अगर मैं इसको ना बायर्न के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखूं तो तीन चीज है इसमें जो उनका एक कहना भी है या उनका मानना है. ठीक है, पहला, that according to them Manchester City were being really difficult in negotiations.
I mean, bro, अगर तुम लोग 15 मिलियन दोगे तो
हाँ
होना चाहिए.
वो
होना चाहिए.
हाँ देखो ऐसा है कि 13 मिलियन का बेट था पहले, तो 13 मिलियन पाउंड्स का था. वो तो किसी एंगल से नहीं था, लाइक आई थिंक सो एलएमटी या किसी ने कहा भी था कि when they asked कि ये 13 like what is City, what is City's stance on that bid. So the first thing was like they laughed at that bit, okay,
I mean, yes,
and
definitely.
they knew that they are not Bayern is not serious with Walker.
Yeah, I
And
mean
they
that's not a
kind of
serious
got
bet,
an idea.
definitely. That shows
Okay,
correct.
and secondly, which is also just another theory that kind of was thrown into the hat is like Walker was not Walker has Walker is not much committed to move to Bayern now as he was earlier. Okay, two because I think so. I have a reason for that. कि शायद कहीं आया ये उसी में आया था and I think so शायद एथलेटिक किसी के पॉडकास्ट में बताया that Walker's family, especially his wife, they were particularly not in favor of moving to Germany and leaving England. So even if Walker would have chosen to move to Bayern, at least for initially he would have to stay alone over there in
Yeah,
Munich. So वो भी एक I think so issue था that I think so his Mrs. might not Mrs. was bit like she was still sticking to her decision to not leave England. But that also kind of uh, be a factor that would have included into this. And third, यार मतलब this I mean this could happen. I mean where the theory मतलब अगर दे भी है तो उसका ये वो भी because so Bayern is also of the opinion that Walker used that interest to gain a better contract from City
yes,
because generally if you look at that age when you have 34 35 year old generally clubs ask those players to take a pay cut
exactly.
if
Yeah,
if
we
they
had
want to continue
in
staying
City
in the
also we
club,
had
right?
example like Yaya Toure, Fernandinho. वैसे example है अपने पास.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right. They yeah, like Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, and even I think so when Bravo also joined from Barcelona to City,
yeah,
he took a massive pay cut. I think so,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So, but in his case, it went the other way around. That instead of getting a pay cut, he got an improved
yeah. Exactly.
wage pay in his new deal,
Yeah,
right? So they kind of I think so they kind of feel little cheated in this whole saga, right? That you kind of used our interest. And also just to add to that, Bayern के end से भी ये संदेशा आ चुका है that Bayern Munich has finally ended their pursuit of Kyle Walker and they are now looking to stick with the current options in Benjamin Pavard, Joseph Stanisic, uh, Nozar Mazrui, and then they also think that Conrad Leimer जो भी नया नया आया है from RB Leipzig on a free
yeah.
transfer, he can also play that. And then शायद किमिच भी है उनके
Image
पास
भी है, yeah, yeah.
कल को जरूरत भी
तो options है
पड़ेगी.
उनके पास. They have options.
और also to जब मतलब अगर थोड़ा और उससे बात किया जाए that बेंजामिन पवार्ड के लिए भी कोई उन्हें बायर मिल ही नहीं रहा था ना. Like
हाँ,
for
exactly.
Walker to step in, Pavard has to leave.
They also had that
पवार्ड के लिए
problem
जो
of
लिंक्स थे वो थे आपके मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड से थे आपके यूवेंटस के थे. ठीक है, यूनाइटेड का आई थिंक सो राइट बैक प्रायोरिटी है भी बिकॉज एरोन बिसाका जा नहीं रहा है तो उनके पास वो
yeah,
प्रायोरिटी है नहीं. ठीक है, इवन उनके पास अभी आई डोंट नो वेदर टोडिबो प्लेज इट राइट और लेफ्ट बट टोडिबो लिंक्ड हुआ है टू रिप्लेस मगवायर एंड प्लस अगर उसको आना है तो फिर एरिक बाई और विक्टर लिंडलॉफ लाइक ये फ्रिंज में से किसी को जाना पड़ेगा, कुछ जा नहीं
yeah,
रहा है तो वो
yeah,
है नहीं. यूवेंटस का भी आई थिंक सो आया फिर चला गया वापस. तो पवार्ड के लिए भी कोई ऐसा आया नहीं ना कि बायर की अब प्लस पवार्ड
yeah,
आगे सर फ्री में जा सकता है. तो आई थिंक सो
yeah,
वो एक साल का है कि चलो लाइक they can use one they can use this 1 year to kind of look for a
yeah,
right back replacement next year. तो उस हिसाब से देखो तो बट बहुत ये सही टाइम पे हुआ, ये नहीं खींचा सागा which is it's
अच्छा,
very
exactly,
important.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think so we'll speak in length about this in Bernardo and when talk about Bernardo
yeah.
as well. So
So there's
why so uh, for all in all अच्छा हुआ खत्म हो गया so that before
yeah,
season सब
exactly.
खत्म हो जाता है ना
हाँ,
तो
so there
थोड़ी
is no
शांति
there is no
रहती है.
headache. अपने पास ऐसा unnecessary headache नहीं है कि भाई यार कौन आने वाला है 2 हफ्ते में, किसको
हाँ
लाए,
मतलब
कैसा
यार
होगा
क्योंकि
और
बहुत चीजें हैं बहुत चीजें अभी
या
लाइक
आगे ब्रेक डाउन करेंगे अपन.
बहुत बहुत काम बाकी है इन द सेंस इन स्क्वाड
Exactly,
लाइक
yeah,
you can't spend this whole crucial month just
yeah,
kind of putting your head in the saga and kind of
yeah,
dragging it till the end.
yes. या
प्लेयर
जैसे
भी मैंने प्लेयर के लिए भी अच्छा है।
आई विश गुंडोगन की वाइफ भी काइल वॉकर की वाइफ समान होती, बोलती कि यार मत जा यही रुकते हैं, बट ठीक है दैट्स अनदर
यार
थिंग
हाँ वो दैट्स फॉर सम अदर डे,
बट
उसके बारे में भी हम
बट जस्ट एक
देखते हैं
लास्ट
करते हैं।
लास्ट लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑन वॉकर। अभी वो तो रह रहा है, 2 साल रह रहा है, हमने लास्ट 6 महीने देखे सिटी किस तरह से राइट बैक वगैरह खेलता है, और पेप ने बोला भी है कि काइल कैन नॉट प्ले दैट रोल, इन द इन्वर्टेड रोल
राइट
जिसकी आप
सेंटर
बात कर
बैक।
रहा था, राइट राइट सेंटर बैक
राइट
मिडफील्ड रोल, जिसमें स्टोन्स इज प्लेइंग वेरी वेरी वेल, तो इट्स नॉट इवन
हाँ
लाइक
हाँ।
देयर इज लाइक a proper difference in that role of Kyle Walker and Stones. So what do you think Kyle Walker का role in Man City कितना वो फीचर करेगा? Do you think he is like go to right back, Pep will play him starting every week, or मतलब where do you see this 2 year contract deal in actually materializing on the pitch?
सी टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई डाउट कि जो वो सोच रहा होगा कि इतने गेम्स खेलने को मिलेंगे वो शायद मिलेंगे। आई
उसको
डाउट
एक
दैट।
महीना खिला के बिठा देगा पेप that would be
आई
funny.
डाउट दैट, ठीक है। आई डाउट दैट, बट with this whole time wasting rule and ये
Yes.
जो time stoppage का rule आया है, again I think even we spoke this about in our last conversation as well,
Yeah.
where injuries अगर नहीं हुई किसी टीम को even after this,
Yeah.
तो वो टीम का लक बहुत स्ट्रांग है, बिकॉज
Yes.
आई एम
Yes.
एक्सपेक्टिंग कि होगा। एंड प्लस अगर देखा जाए तो राइट साइड में अगर ऑप्शंस अपने पास अकांजी है, स्टोन्स है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम वॉकर, बट
Yeah.
जो वॉकर ऑफर करता है अकांजी फेयरली उतना ज्यादा ऑफर नहीं करता, क्योंकि हम पेस की बात की जाए, अगर वॉकर को रिप्लेस करना हो तो तुम्हें हुसैन बोल्ट को फुटबॉल खिलाना सिखाना पड़ेगा,
Yeah. पेस तो कोई
और वो
रिप्लेस नहीं
भी
कर
एलीट
सकता।
लेवल वाला फुटबॉल, ठीक है। तो वो
Yes.
एक अनमैचेबल है। सो व्हेन यू हैव लाइक टीम्स भी अपोनेंट्स भी इवॉल्व होंगे,
Yep.
ठीक है। सो ऐसा नहीं है दैट यू गेट लाइक लास्ट सीजन में उसको सिर्फ रियल मैड्रिड या बायर्न म्यूनिख या ऐसे टीम्स के लिए रखा, मतलब रियल मैड्रिड बायर्न म्यूनिख के लिए तो आकांक्षी था, तो सॉरी, रियल मैड्रिड जैसे गेम्स के लिए रखा जरूरी नहीं है। सो आई थिंक so बहुत सारी tactical changes because of the way our opponents are evolving with their reinforcements, with their ideology, with the way they are looking for new season kind of, और they are kind जो क्या चेंज लाना चाहते हैं इन द गेम प्ले एंड ऑल दैट। सो जहाँ पे लगेगा वहाँ पे हाँ, बट अगेन पर्सनली अगर उसको लग रहा है कि भाई वो पूरा सीजन खेलेगा, आई हाईली डाउट दैट।
Yeah.
बट
Even
with
I doubt
but
that.
from a leadership point of view, after Gundogan's departure,
Yeah.
you need someone who holds high esteem in seniority, if not in any
Yes.
other way, ठीक है।
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because अगर देखा जाए तो I think
Yes.
so Walker is our senior most player now this
Not
squad।
just that, 30 के ऊपर अपने पास है कौन कौन? I see KDB,
KDB,
Walker,
Tega,
Walker, and if you want to
KDB,
count
Walker,
Scott Carson, तो 4 ही प्लेयर याद आ रहे हैं मुझे।
KDB,
अब और
Scott Carson, Walker, I think so. Ortega is 30, so you could kind of say that.
तो in terms
Because
of seniority also like some old players अपने पास ज्यादा नहीं है, तो in terms of that कि उसका भी वहाँ पे एक presence रहना चाहिए, that is also
हाँ,
where his role is, जहाँ पे वो he can be a motivational leader to young players coming to the city
I
team.
mean, basically the thing is him being not just being senior, him being an English player as well.
Yes.
Okay, so because
Yes.
अभी अगर contingent देखो first team squad में, तो lot of lot of young English players coming in,
Yes. Yes.
चाहे रिको ले लो, आपका मैकेटी है, ठीक है, तो your lot, and plus the chemistry that he has uh, beyond the pitch with Stones and with
Yes.
Foden,
Yes.
तो वो भी जरूरी है to kind of
Yeah.
keep the team, मतलब वो एक बैलेंस बनाना बहुत जरूरी है।
He's a character जो एक टीम के लिए वो जरूरी है, to make it squad happy,
हाँ,
to like you need
तो
someone like that.
he तो I mean it would have been a big loss, not just as a player but as an individual as well.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
lost Walker, I think that Walker would have been just one name in Bayern, ठीक है।
Yeah.
और पूरा बायर्न में ना, मतलब यार मुझे बहुत मिसमैच लगता है, लाइक इट वुड हैव बीन डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू काइंड ऑफ गल्प इन दैट कि यार ये वहां
हाँ.
खेल रहे हैं, आउट ऑफ
Yeah.
ऑल
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. तो but it's good to see that कि there is a 2 year contract which he will accept, but there is another contract extension जो news में है,
on the
and
cards, on the
on the
cards.
cards जो उसके टेबल पे पड़ा है, but
तो फिर तो
सीजन
फिर
जब की
कुछ
बारी है.
ब्लास्फेमस तो फिर कुछ ब्लास्फेमस बोलने से पहले बोलता हूँ ऑन द कार्ड्स भाई, ऑन द कार्ड्स.
थैंक यू फॉर कि मैंने कुछ उल्टा सीधा बोल दिया, बट उसके टेबल पे तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पड़ा है, बट एक साइनिंग की देरी है.
हाँ, अब पढ़ा है,
क्या सीन है
करेक्ट,
भाई यहाँ, क्या
ऑफिशियली
सीन
पढ़ा
है
है.
ब्रो इधर, क्या सीन है यहाँ पे.
यार इस आदमी का बस अगर देखा जाए तो एक ही चीज जो बदली है कि ये 3 साल का जो तीन
रोलर
साल का जो
कोस्टर,
मेरी गो राउंड चल रहा था
मेरी को राउंड बोल रहे.
वो खत्म हो गया है. एंड फ्रॉम प्लेयर्स एंड बेसिकली
अच्छा वो
ये
खुद ही गिव अप कर दिया भाई
प्लेयर्स.
कि नहीं होने वाला है.
यार देख क्या है ना, 3 साल में एक तो क्लब, the way club kind of skyrocketed in these 3 years from, and he started looking out for moving to Spain from 2020 if I'm not wrong.
पोस्ट
3 साल
पोस्ट
के
कोविड या पोस्ट कोविड, यस.
around COVID, not post COVID, around COVID भी like
या
that वो 2020 से उसने start कर दिया था. देख I think 2020 में I heard for the first time that he wants to leave. सोचा तो 3 साल ही हुए थे.
देयर वाज लाइक यू रिमेंबर टाइम देयर वाज 40 मिलियन रूमर टू बार्सिलोना उस समय, उस टाइम पे 3 साल पहले.
अरे यार वो
हंसी आती
उनका ना
थी.
पता है, उस क्लब का पता है क्या, उस क्लब का अगस्त का महीने का काम ही यही है. वो टारगेट से दे देते कि यार तुम ना रोज के 50 रूमर निकालो. इंसेंटिव बोनस है यार उनके, वो मुंडो डिपोर्टिवो और उस वो का इंसेंटिव बोनस है. उनसे उनकी
या
नौकरी छीनी, सिंपल है भाई. क्या करेंगे अब वो, उन्हें नया
यस.
बनाना ढूंढना पड़ेगा हर साल, हर साल के अगस्त के लिए
अभी तो
नया
नया
ढूंढना
भाई, अभी
पड़ेगा.
तो नया ढूंढना पड़ेगा उनको. या
भाई अगले साल देखना ये सब रॉड्री के लिए शुरू हो जाएगा ये सेम चीज.
हाँ, सिटी
वो
सिटी
वो
तो शॉपिंग ग्राउंड है भाई, हर जगह सिटी का प्लेयर उठाना है उनको.
उनका शॉपिंग अराउंड नहीं, मतलब बेसिकली क्या है ना कि दिस इज, ये पता है ये इनका इंसेंटिव है दैट एक ऐसा सिटी प्लेयर पकड़ो हर हर अगस्त में, और उसके अराउंड तुम कुछ 50-60 स्टोरी बांधते रहो. ठीक है ना,
यस.
बस ना इंटरेक्शन बनी रहे बारसा फैंस की, बारसा फैंस का चूतिया कटता रहे.
थोड़ा ग्रुप चैट में कुछ
बस
रहना चाहिए कंटेंट उनके पास. सही है, सही है, fair
हाँ
play.
भाई कोट्स आने चाहिए ना भाई.
हाँ.
वो 100+ कोट्स आने चाहिए ना उनके ट्विटर, उनके हर ट्वीट्स पे.
या
दे आर वो भाई काइंड ऑफ दे आर टवर्किंग फॉर रिट्वीट्स भाई, और लाइक्स जो भी उनका व्हाटएवर व्हाटएवर गेट्स देयर testosterone running, I don't know whatever. So yeah, but coming back to what we're discussing, Bernardo Silva. So I think so it's fairly certain that he's staying for this season. मैं और बर्नार्डो सिल्वा के केस में मैं सीजन बाय सीजन बात करता हूँ. अगले सीजन का मुझे नहीं पता. ये सीजन की पूरा है.
ये सीजन का तो है भाई, चलो 12 महीने तो अपने पास है.
1 सितंबर को वो 20 नंबर की जर्सी पे बर्नार्डो लिखा हुआ देख सकते हैं. ये अब रीजनेबली सर्टन हो गया है.
That's a very good news to hear. Yeah.
I mean that's more than good news. That is something that should have happened. That should happen on a
Yes.
reputational point of view. ठीक है, because contrary to लोग कहते कि Kovacic is Gundo's replacement, for me, I put Bernardo ahead of Kovacic as
To
Gundo's
replace, to replace Gundogan is more plausible. It's more plausible that Bernardo could be the replacement. Yeah.
For me, Bernardo is first choice as someone who could step into Gundo's shoes as a player. I'm not saying as a leader, as a player.
Yep.
Right. So, and also, if you look at it, for any club, and it's like for this club, if you were thinking, if you kind of envision a world वहाँ पे you could potentially leave Gundogan, Mahrez,
Yes. And
Bernardo, and Walker.
Bernardo. Yep.
ठीक है,
That's
ये ऐसा टेक्टोनिक शिफ्ट तो भाई मतलब दिल्ली के भूकंप में भी नहीं आया भाई कि इतना रिक्टर स्केल तो नहीं चाहिए भाई, ये कभी पूरी हिल जाए.
exactly.
This is like you're dividing yourself with lot of experience.
Yeah, and these are all like integral players of team, not like fringe player जो ऐसे ही bench से आ रहे हैं. ये वो player
हम्म.
जो खेल रहे हैं भाई, जो जिनका role है team में. You cannot lose all these
ये
players.
वो प्लेयर्स हैं, ये वो प्लेयर्स हैं जिन्होंने ऑन एन एवरेज 5 से 6 साल इस क्लब को दिए हैं.
Exactly. Yep.
And they kind of they grew under Pep, right?
Yes.
They knew very well. They are well versed with what he demands from them on the pitch. So that losing all of that in one window, I think that this could set the alarms
Yep.
ringing within the club. तो वो तो I think so वो तो चाहते भी नहीं, वो तो शायद चाहते भी नहीं थे कि अगर ऐसा हो. हाँ,
Mm.
like in the end we are losing half of the quartet in Gundogan and Mahrez,
Yep.
and uh, I think so. This also gives club uh, like warning sign that maybe that they have to start looking for if Bernardo eventually doesn't end up signing a contract. I think so. This whole year would probably be looking for Bernardo's replacement, irrespective of whenever he leaves.
Mm.
But कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टेबल पे है, ये तो ऑफिशियली कंफर्म हो चुका
Yes.
है बाय बाय अपना फ्योडोर रोमानोव्स्की. ठीक है, वो अब उसका आई गेस उसका सिक्का लग चुका है इस पे, ठीक है, कि वो ऑफिशियल
Yes.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है.
And do we know any
अबाउट
any any details about contract? कुछ pay rise वगैरह कितना कुछ any details we know?
हाँ, आई गेस years का पता नहीं, वो अभी तक नहीं है. पे रेस का जितना कह रहे हैं कि इट कुड बी क्लोज टू डबल द सैलरी काइंड ऑफ अ
Whoa.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. So I think so if I could fairly assume that if he signs this new deal, he could very well be in the bracket of 260 to 300k, somewhat like that. So he could very well be closer to what Jack Grealish earns
Top
as
three,
a
top four runners of the club. ऐसा हो गया है तो भाई.
top
Which is
five, if
good.
not top four,
Top
top
five.
five,
Yeah, yeah,
if not top four,
yeah.
top five. And again, that
Well
goes without
deserved.
saying,
Well deserved.
well deserved,
Hundred
hundred
percent.
percent,
I don't
hundred
question
percent,
it. Well deserved. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. I mean,
hundred percent well deserved.
that's like a good news to have. Yep.
और
Definitely.
like regarding Bernardo again, शायद जो मैं पिछले वक्त ऐसा पहले talking about Walker, that some things that I would like to kind of stitch together in both the things that you know every club when the transfer window opens, every club has the set number of objectives, right? Like for this club in particular, I think the first was to get the priority signings over the line in Kovacic
Yes.
and Guardiola,
Yes.
which finally happened. Then the players that you could see them leaving, you could decide that you could kind of get done with their futures. So then Kundogan finally departed, Mahrez finally departed, Walker is staying, Bernardo is staying. So I think that they kind of that also that objective has fairly been achieved.
Yep.
So now it all boils down to what are you gonna do with the creativity problem that is plaguing in this midfield. The gaping holes in your midfield
Mm.
and your attack due to these two departures. How are you gonna cope up with that? So that should be that. I assume and I hope that that would be the main focus of dealing with that, because बर्नार्डो का रुकना और वॉकर का रुकना आपको एक तरीके से जैसे कि आपकी वो हेडेक हटा दी है to
Yes.
look for not just a prospect but look for a world class replacement, because these players
Yes.
need a
Correct.
world class replacement, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
their decisions gave you like their decisions kind of gave you time to look around in the market and
Yes.
look for best possible solutions to the situation. If in any
Yes.
case they decide to finally end the association, right? Or also like for Bernardo, na, this is what I personally believe that ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर कल को, क्योंकि ये 3 साल से चला आ रहा है, ठीक है, इस साल उसके पास 3 चॉइसेस जो मीडिया में रिपोर्ट होता है, मतलब एक्सक्लूडिंग स्टेइंग एट सिटी एज अ चॉइस, बट अगर बाहर निकल स्टेप आउट करने के बाद उसके पास 3 रास्ते थे। ये तूने वो देखा शो ना डोरा द एक्सप्लोरर कि उसको टारगेट तक पहुंचने
हाँ
के
सर।
3 रास्ते होते हैं। ठीक है, तो इस डोरा द एक्सप्लोरर के पास 3 रास्ते थे।
तीन
या
रास्ते
तो
थे भाई।
या आई मीन उसका फर्स्ट चॉइस था कि भाई बार्सिलोना, ठीक
यस।
है, बट बार्सिलोना कितना भी कर लेती, वो फाइनेंशियल पैकेज ला ही नहीं सकती
मैच ही
थी
नहीं कर
कि
सकती, मैच ही नहीं कर सकती
जिस
भाई।
जिस
फेरन
पे
टोरेस के
प्लेयर
पैसे
भी
बच
राजी हो
जाते
जाए।
भाई।
उनके प्लेयर्स रजिस्टर नहीं हुए हैं यार, उनकी डीले
हाँ भाई,
गिरती जा रही है।
लिटरली गुंडों ने रजिस्टर नहीं हुआ। मैं कभी तो पढ़ा मैंने।
वो हर रोज पता नहीं उसके वो टोपी में से क्या क्या निकालता है, बारसा स्टूडियोज, बारसा टीवी, ये बेच दूं वो बेच दूं, वो उनका पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है। ठीक है, तो
या
आई थिंक सो बार्सिलोना, बर्नार्डो सिल्वा वाज नेवर सपोज्ड टू बी एन ऑप्शन फॉर बार्सिलोना, लाइक इसलिए वो बहुत लाइक अगर कल को ये कहते हैं ना कि वी वांट टू रैटल द फैन बेसेस, लाइक कि यार मतलब लॉजिक लाइक रैशनैलिटी और लॉजिकल सेंस गया थोड़ी है, वी नो दैट इज नॉट गोना हैपन।
जब
तुम लोन प्लस ऑब्लिगेशन, लोन प्लस ऑप्शन, तुम कुछ भी डाल दो, नहीं होने वाला, बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट create a financial package that could satisfy not just the club but even the player as well। मेरे पास वो
यस
है
यस,
नहीं, ठीक है। सेकंड ऑप्शन है सऊदी, दैट अल हिलाल का बिड जो आया था, ठीक है।
दैट
अब
वाज वेरी
अल हिलाल
रेशनल।
वाले बिड में भी क्या है कि वो प्लेयर को जितना दे रहे हैं वो क्लब को देना चाहते नहीं है, ठीक है। तो अब प्लस उसको चलो जाना नहीं है, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट
या
उसको को भी देना नहीं चाहते हैं। तो ये भी कैसे चलेगा अगर तुम किसी प्लेयर, इफ यू आर ऑफरिंग 50 million pounds without tax to a player as wages, you can surely pay 100 million pounds
या
to
डेफिनेटली ब्रो, आई
transfer
मीन
fee, because you basically तुम बर्नार्डो का लेवल जो है सऊदी लीग में तुम रोनाल्डो के बराबर लेके जा रहे
एग्जैक्टली यू आर गेटिंग अ प्लेयर एट हिज पीक ब्रो, ट्रेबल विनर
हो। हाँ,
एट हिज पीक।
दूसरी बात है बेसिकली यू ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट अ नैरेटिव लाइक कि अगर अल नसर में रोनाल्डो है तो अल हिलाल में बर्नार्डो है, like you kind
यप
of putting that, creating that kind of a narrative with this supposed rivalry जो अगर हो सकती थी अगर वो चाहता तो, but I
यप
think so him, for him money is not kind of, money doesn't drive Bernardo,
या
that's one thing that now I'm being like, if anyone had any doubts, I think so this window is enough to drive their doubts away, like कि पैसा नहीं है उसके लिए like I mean, he wants to play in Europe. It's pretty simple. He sees himself ending his professional career as a footballer in Europe. ठीक है, तो वो एक चीज था। थर्ड ऑप्शन was Paris Saint-Germain, PSG भाई, PSG दे सकती थी, बट अब वो हर रोज 4 4 प्लेयर लेके आएगी तो भाई मतलब कभी ना कभी तो वो कुआं कहीं ना कहीं तो खत्म होगा ही, ठीक
यस।
है। और जहां बर्नार्डो खेलता है वहां वो ऑलरेडी 3 3 प्लेयर लेके बैठे हैं।
पे 12 मिडफील्डर, कल ही हम बात कर रहे थे,
एग्जैक्टली
12 मिडफील्डर है
12
उसके पास
मिडफील्डर है
भाई।
उस क्लब के पास, 12
लाइनअप
मिडफील्डर
में
है।
पूरी मैच खिला सकते हैं।
वो पता है मतलब आई मीन वो दूसरा चेल्सी बनता जा रहा है इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्क्वाड नंबर्स,
यस यस यस, टू
ठीक है।
मेनी प्लेयर्स देयर। यप
टू मेनी प्लेयर्स राइट, तो एंड ऑल्सो अगर तुम देखो जूड बेलिंगम, डिक्लेन राइस 100 मिलियन में जा रहे हैं मार्केट में, तो
यस,
बर्नार्डो सिल्वा जैसे प्लेयर का अगर 100 मिलियन या फिर 90 to 100 मिलियन का प्राइस टैग चिपकाना, ये किसी भी एंगल से गलत नहीं है।
वेरी जनरस भाई। मैं तो बहुत जनरस बोलूंगा भाई,
जनरस,
आप बहुत
आई मीन
ज्यादा
जनरस
दे
नहीं
रहे
है,
हो।
बट जनरस तो नहीं कह सकते, बट आइडियल है, लाइक
या
if
आइडियल फॉर मी तो इट्स
you
टू मच
cannot
कि
you
आई वोंट
cannot
से
say
बट
that you can नहीं आइडियल है, you cannot say that कि ये excessive है, because उसके सामने जो प्लेयर तुम्हें मिल रहा है,
एक्सेस तो
that
बिल्कुल नहीं है ब्रो, नो
ठीक
वे
है,
इट्स एक्सेसिव।
that as per the current broke transfer market, that whole rationale, if you can apply on Declan Rice and if you can apply on Jude Bellingham, you can
यप
apply the similar same
यस
and
यस
much
डेफिनेटली।
more on Bernardo Silva
यस,
as well।
करेक्ट
तो
करेक्ट।
और फिर ये भी है कि हाँ मतलब थोड़ा इधर उधर निकल गया था इस बात को लेके, ठीक है ना। तो इस बार ये हुआ कि अगर समझ लो कल को उसके पास, इफ एनी वन ऑफ देम हैव इवन अप्रोच की गुंडोगन चला गया है, महारेज चला गया है, वॉकर का पता नहीं है, तो वी तो एटलीस्ट जस्ट लुक अराउंड एंड इफ यू कैन stay put for a season. He could clearly say that that's not my problem, that's not my shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yes.
wanted to
मेरे
go
को जाना है.
from
Yeah.
मेरे को जाना है इस बार. तो
Yeah.
I think this season ये चीज नहीं हुई. I think this season he kind of personally kind of took a step back. और
Yeah.
उसका ना जान like him rejecting PSG's offer. I think that this time he kind of kept his future at City open. I should not discard it right away. I mean, let's be rational about it.
Yes.
कि with living तो और अगर उसको तुम एक फ्यूचर मैपिंग भी देखी जाए उसके आने वाले मूव की, so even if उसको बेसिकली ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, he wants to either move to Barcelona, just give me a second, move to Barcelona or go back to Portugal, right?
Yep.
That's what he wanted to do.
Yes.
So अगर वो and उसका एक कोट भी था by the way, वो बहुत बहुत सही कोट था उसका, that listen, he said that I won't I don't I'm not repeating word by word, but उसका जैसा है brief हो गया कि he said that I am 28 or 29. I think so उसने last year ये interview किसी को दिया था, and my City contract ends at the age of 31. So even if I move to a new country or join a new club, that contract would get ended by when I'll be 34, and I probably would like to move back to Benfica or any other
Benfica,
Portuguese
yeah.
club by
Yeah.
32 or 33, right?
Yeah.
So I think so that whole ideology he kind of utilized this in this
Yeah.
decision,
It fits in. It fits
and
in very well. Yep.
it fits in very well. So I think so. Basically, he could sign. Oh, this could be a wild take, but I think so. अगर वो sign करता भी है, it would be probably like a 1 year or 2 year extension. I don't see him him staying beyond 26 or 27. I don't.
Fair,
I,
because I mean, he already has contract of 3 years left, if I'm not wrong.
2 years.
2 years left. Okay.
2 years.
So if you can add like 2 more years, okay, 3 to 4 years. So yeah, I mean, it won't
Yeah,
be
fairly.
outrageous.
Like even if he signs a 2 year extension, maybe City could be generous enough to either add a release clause kind of a thing that 26 में like एक साल
150
पहले
million,
किसी को
please.
आना
150
भाई,
million release clause.
रिलीज क्लॉज ऐड करेगा मतलब उसको बेचने के हिसाब से करेगा ना कि मैं फ्री में ना जाए, तो वन हटा दे बस एक साल पहले के लिए जैसे वो कि भाई मतलब तब तक बार्सिलोना की हालत सुधर जाए तो ये आगे कुछ पैसे दे जाए और ले जाए 2026 में,
तब तक 50
ठीक
मिनट
है?
तो आ जाए उनके पास.
हाँ
फाइनली
हाँ,
decide.
3 साल में तो कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा होना ही चाहिए उस क्लब में फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स में. So Bernardo Silva, and also Bernardo Silva is open to sign a new contract. I'm putting this out as well. He's open to sign a new contract. It's not कि भाई he's running down his deal. That
Yep.
is that वो right from the point that could probably happen to now कि it might not happen, like अभी पासा उधर जा रहा है कि शायद ये नहीं हो. And
Yep.
कहीं से रहते हैं सो एक और उम्र भी है जिन्हें that he's bought a house in Manchester.
Yeah.
तू ही बता रहा था मेरे को that कि
Yes.
कहीं से आया था कि he has bought an house in Manchester, so again
Yes.
all points to direction that he would stay. And यार वो आदमी थोड़ा प्रोफेशनल है again, रोता नहीं है ना वो, मतलब that's also a good thing. रोता नहीं है, he gives it everything.
3 साल से रूमर आ रहे हैं, बट उसके पिच पे when you look at performances, किसी वजह से लगता नहीं इसको जाना है.
He might sulk. See, I think I'm sure he sulks after every window.
Yeah.
For a couple of days, but then he goes back to him being a professional and he gives everything on the pitch. And I think so वो एक बहुत pivotal element है यार especially in last 3 साल की trophy.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. He's a big match player. He has performed on the big games.
Good news. Good. I think so. Good news at the right point of time. that we don't
Yes.
have to deal with this shit anymore. Let's
Yes.
move on and then look for other business.
Yes, yes. टू दो sagas जो अपना दिमाग खराब कर रहे थे for last 1 or 2 months कि भाई जा सकते हैं, जा सकते हैं. These are like out of syllabus stuff. You
आई
know,
थिंक क्लब,
we
ये
are
क्लब के लिए भी
ना.
मतलब बहुत ज्यादा, क्लब के लिए एडेड प्रेशर हो जाता है यार, ये दोनों अगर
Yeah.
उनके फेवर में नहीं आते तो इट वुड लाइक ये बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत हो जाती है, क्योंकि दोनों चीज अभी जो हिसाब से स्क्वाड बन रहा है, जिस हिसाब से इनका सिचुएशन है, दोनों मैनेज
Yes.
होना मुश्किल हो जाता है, बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है
Yes.
क्लब के
Yes.
लिए।
So it's good that कि ये दोनों saga खत्म होने आ रहे हैं. Hopefully official announcements जल्दी आ जाए. But अभी
हाँ
contract
मतलब
extension.
जा तो नहीं रहे, लाइक एटलीस्ट
Yeah.
दैट वन वन मेन पार्ट ऑफ दिस होल कनंड्रम की वो
It's that
जा
episode है
नहीं
like.
रहे हैं।
Yes.
अब या तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट उसका रिजेक्ट करें, दैट इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी,
But ये
ठीक है।
साल तो रुक रहे हैं. That's
ये
what.
साल रुक
That's
रहा
the
है,
plan.
रन डाउन एलिमिनेट नहीं कर सकते, बट रन डाउन वोंट बी, रन डाउन फर्स्ट, अगर डिसीजंस को रैंक दिया जाए तो पहला तो ये कि भाई इज ओपन टू साइन न्यू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो सकता है, लेकिन नेगोशिएट इन टर्म्स ऑफ नेगोशिएशन विल बी ऑब्वियसली द फर्स्ट चॉइस, रिजेक्शन तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि भाई मेरे को आई एम
Yes.
रनिंग डाउन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, बट ये है कि रनिंग डाउन इज नॉट a prominent option as it was supposed to be earlier. It could have been earlier. And Walker का तो भाई एक साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, that's probably out in the open, so he is staying till 2025 hopefully। ये
Yes.
अगले साल फिर ना देखना पड़े हमें।
We never know.
या
But yeah,
गुड न्यूज़,
good
गुड
to see.
न्यूज़ है।
Good to see this.
पॉजिटिव नोट पे वीक शुरू हुआ है,
Positive,
what I can say।
positive exactly है यार. तो अच्छे अच्छे दो खबरें आए हैं and I think we'll wrap it up this session. But उसमें एक और just to add एक और contract extension मैंने सुना है कि एक और player को contract मिल रहा है. I think it's well deserved as well. इसके बारे में बताइए. How is this guy has changed his role in this Man City team and इसको इस तरह से contract की बातें चल रही है. What
Rico Lewis, aka Pep's new guinea pig this season।
we've said that so many times. Yeah.
Uh, I think so. It's 5+1. Yeah, it's 5+1. It's a five
That's a
plus
very
one
good
year
contract. It's a
deal.
very healthy contract.
Yeah, I mean he's 18. Obviously, they're kind of secure. They're kind of protecting his future. They're kind of locking him down, and they really wanted to utilize his best years as a City player.
Yep.
Uh, I think so. His wages are now 5 times higher than new deal. And it's not official yet, but it will be made official soon. Is what I can say that. Uh, so yeah, I mean that's for me that it's a no brainer to have Rico in the squad because, and again this is my observation that Rico this season would be, I think so, would be shifted to be a midfielder. I think his
Okay.
days of being a defender are over, in my opinion, because
Yeah. Especially
अगर
with
जब
Walker also
preseason
staying.
exactly Walker is
Yeah.
also staying, so in at the right you have Walker, you have Akanji, you have Stones, so I think so, and
Yeah.
even the I think so. Another reason that Pep wanted Rico to stay and to continue with City because he saw him more of like a midfielder, and especially as a box to box, uh, for the lack of better word. And so he kind of he could he not only can play as an inverted right back, but he can also go far ahead on the pitch as an advanced eight on the right
Yes.
side as well.
Yes.
So you have someone who is in the making of being another box to box midfielder जिसकी हमें तो बहुत जरूरत पड़ती है यार, मतलब इतना देखा है कि यार ऐसे प्लेयर्स अब अगर यहाँ से बन के तैयार होते हैं तो
Yes.
बहुत बचता है यार in terms of transfers
Yeah.
and everything. तो and obviously Rico is supremely talented. I have no
Yep.
doubts about that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
And he's very
this is
confident as
like
well.
yeah, I mean, and
Confidence level is
also
good.
he can he's one of those rare players who have been handpicked by Pep from the academy.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, ठीक है, like you haven't heard about the rumors कि भाई he's being seen as the one to watch out for. He was handpicked,
Yeah.
He was
Yep.
so uh, like उसका फ्यूचर सिक्योर ना करना would have been a little bit surprising for
Yeah.
everyone, but I think so. Rico also he was, I mean, अब यार वो एक तो क्या ना बहुत लाइट वेट भी है, आई थिंक सो ही इज नॉट दैट स्ट्रांग एंड ही कुड
मैं
बी
अभी
इजीली
बढ़ रहा है
स्किल्ड.
भाई वो, अभी बढ़ रहा है भाई वो सन. We went to fight at
हाँ
70
तो
only. He's still in the
yeah, I
playing
mean,
edge.
exact, and also also to add to this, he was earlier a midfielder, was shifted to right back. Okay, I think so. James McCarthy kind of revealed that he, this is not
Yeah.
new for me. I've seen him play in a
After
number
that
eight role
Bayern game, Bayern preseason game, yeah.
after that Bayern game. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think so. And with that whole Bayern game, he kind of saw that ray of hope in him. That I could kind of use him as a
Do that.
midfield option, as
Yes.
a midfield option. Uh, Give me a second. I'll just change my this one.
These are the technical issues, but yeah,
Yeah,
good, good to have. I mean, you should extend your technical support. I'll say that. जितने भी City
अकेला
इतना
आदमी क्या क्या करेगा.
City
अकेला आदमी
laying
क्या
out.
क्या करेगा.
So it's good to see that City laying off contracts and securing the futures of our players जिसका role है अपने इसमें, तो good to see that. And apart from any do you think any इधर उधर की बातें just कर लेते तो कुछ ऊपर नीचे के rumors in
एक
US
पहली बात
side.
काइसेडो जिसको काइसेडो के सपने देख रहे हैं भाई, सॉरी टू से,
There were few City fans
ई
though.
ना हो पाए,
Unnamed Premier League club is City. नहीं, it's not happening, bro.
ई ना हो पाए, ई ना हो पाए, काइसेडो ना हो
वो
पाए.
कैसे तो ठीक है, वो तो I don't think होने वाला था. But on like Winger, what said I heard rumors about Mitoma. So and there's
हाँ,
another new name we were linked with. I forgot that name.
ब्रैडली बाकोला.
Bradley Bug, yes. What's any concrete news you see there? Anything developing coming weeks?
I think so. एक लिंक आया था regarding Bradley Buck. I think we were fairly linked with him earlier, but not in a very stronger manner. But I think so. Bradley Barcola, just from the point of view that he can play on both flanks, and that is what even City is kind of keeping it as a priority. That they want a winger who could play not just on right, he can also play on left as well.
Yeah.
Because that kind of also put an added pressure on Jack Grealish, which was clearly absent in the last season. Okay?
Hmm.
And also with the fact that when City signed Ortega with for the same objective to put pressure on Ederson to improve and to kind of
Yes.
feel the heat, and what he
Yeah.
did. ठीक है. And I think तो हम लोग बात भी कर रहे थे कि अगर शायद ये एडिसन नहीं सुधरता या नहीं उसका चीजें चेंज होती, वन सेम थिंग
Yeah.
उसका ऑर्टेगा को फ्लिप कर देता वो एज नंबर
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
Because I think Pep is highly impressed with Ortega. Is what I could see, and I feel
Yeah. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
highly impressed with Ortega. So he could kind of do the similar thing with Jack Grealish as well, because Barcola is obviously League One है. हम देखो pretend नहीं करेंगे, नहीं देखा हम लोगों से किसी ने League One, ठीक है.
मैं तो पहली बार नाम सुना है
तो
उसका. I'll be the
हाँ
first to say
मैं
that. Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली हम में से कोई लीग वन मतलब नहीं देखता, ठीक है. तो
Yeah.
पहले ही बता दो, ज़्यादा उसको इतना वो उसके प्लेइंग स्टाइल पता नहीं जा पाएंगे, बिकॉज इतना हमने नहीं देखा. अगर फेयरली जब लिंक होना डेवलप होना शुरू होगा या एकदम कॉन्क्रीट बनेगा, तब अगेन विल टॉक लॉट मोर अबाउट हाउ ही इज एज अ प्लेयर. बट जस्ट फॉर द फैक्ट दैट ही इज वन ऑफ बीन seen as a golden boy in France, की kind of seen as a one for the future in French national team. I mean, he broke into Lyon's first team at the age of 20, and he's one of the top dogs over there. And like
Can he play
as
on
a
both of the wings? Can he play on either of the wings?
yeah, he plays on both. He plays on both the wings. He plays on both
Okay, that
wings
makes sense
basically.
with the rumor
So,
then. Okay.
PSG has made two bids for him earlier, both in the range of 30 million euros, and both of them got knocked down. And I think so. PSG का शायद हो सकता है भी interest इतना ना भी हो, because uh, they are so they are going. I don't remember when they're going, but they are looking for the chair किया किसी के लिए देख रहे हैं वो लोग. तो मे बी एम प्लस
Yeah.
उनका एफएफपी का इशू, मतलब उस क्लब को एफएफपी डर लगने लग गया कि उन्होंने गोंजालो रामोस को लोन पे लाया, तो उस क्लब को एफएफपी का डर लगने लग गया है भाई। पर क्या बोलूं मैं।
Uh,
तो ब्राइटली बाकोला इज वन, आई थिंक सो आर्सेनल भी लिंक्ड है उससे, बाकोला से। सो
strange,
आई थिंक,
but okay. I mean,
नहीं आई मीन,
they have.
नो, देखो, दे अगर रीस नेल्सन और बुकायो साका के सीलिंग में बहुत फर्क है।
No,
सो
I know. I agree. I agree.
so
That's it. But
they need a quality, they need a, because साका नहीं यार, नो ऑफेंस टू आर्सेनल फैंस, अभी ये तो नहीं पता होगा कि साका से 60 मैचेस नहीं निकलवा सकते, चांस ही नहीं।
yeah, yeah, true.
तो उसके लिए, and then next is Michael Olise, right? We're talking about Michael
Yeah,
Olise, right?
only
So
say
you know,
yes.
there's one strange thing. No, not strange exactly. I mean, quite an interesting thing that I've read about Michael Olise is that उसका कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का रिलीज क्लॉज थोड़ा ज़्यादा है, like it's little higher than 35. It's not exactly 35. It's little higher than that. But क्या है वो पता नहीं, but it's little higher than that. And I think so उसके रिलीज, उसके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में ये भी क्लॉज है that even if anyone triggers his release clause, police has the right to reject that, like
Wow.
he could reject that, उसके मतलब basically क्लब के हाथ में, क्लब के हाथ से था, पुलिस के हाथ में पावर होता है। So I think so that kind of also plays a part, but यार सिटी चेल्सी में अगर तुम सिटी को रिजेक्ट करोगे तो फिर you should get your head checked
सिटी छोड़
once.
भाई, तुम पेप गार्डियोला को रिजेक्ट कर रहे हो भाई. That's the
हाँ,
that's the like ये. If you're rejecting, we don't know. We
if you
don't
are
know.
rejecting,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think so with Olis, Roy Hodgson भी आके बोला है that you know he has to make a decision now. He cannot leave the club hanging because of
Yep.
this. And also for Olis, to add to this, it also came out that if the interest from Chelsea and City does not materialize into any formal bid, he is open to stay at Crystal Palace for a season. He is not going all the way out to move out of Crystal Palace. Is what I'm saying basically. So मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं होगा तो नहीं
स्ट्राइक नहीं
जाएगा,
करेगा वो.
स्ट्राइक नहीं
मारेज नहीं
करेगा,
करेगा.
right?
मारेज नहीं करेगा वो. मारेज लेस्टर जब गया
मारेज नहीं
था.
करेगा, करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट, मारेज
Yeah.
अब मारेज वो अभी नहीं करेगा तो अगले साल कर दे, अभी नहीं करेगा।
हाँ. हाँ.
और
Yeah.
I think so. Last year, Crystal Palace did open a new contract talks with him from only from the standpoint that they want to increase his release clause to more than 50 million. But अभी वो हुआ नहीं है. He hasn't signed a new deal, so it still remains fairly closer to 35 million, little higher than that. So हाँ मतलब, और प्लस उसकी इंजरी भी है, he's out till October. So I
Yeah.
think so the club is also kind of evaluating the nature of this injury. If the interest is real, again, if the interest is real, they're kind of
But
evaluating the nature of injury, क्या
Pep
है क्या नहीं है.
पेप ने कॉन्फ्रेंस में बोला था कि देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि विंडो खत्म नहीं हुआ है और एडिशन आ सकते हैं. तो डू यू थिंक सिटी
हाँ,
इज
of course,
लुकिंग आउट
of
देयर?
course.
सिटी इज एक्चुअली लुकिंग आउट देयर इन मार्केट एंड
यार
सी टू
because I
एडिशन.
think so honestly, जब अगर मैं मिडफील्ड का शेप देखूं और अगर मैं अभी मिडफील्ड और अटैक देखूं, इट इज़ अ थिंग टू वरी. ठीक है, ये मतलब आई एम नॉट ऑफ दैट पर्सन कि यार ट्रेबल जीत गए, अरे मतलब हर चीज़ में ट्रेबल नहीं घुसाता कि भाई जहाँ दिक्कत दिख रही है वहाँ दिक्कत है. यू
Yeah.
नीड अ क्रिएटिव, यू
Especially
नीड अ विंगर.
especially for a club who is fighting for all four fronts or four trophies.
हाँ,
And
अगर तुम चले गए विद दिस स्क्वाड
yeah, and
एंड यू आर
additional
ट्रस्टिंग
तुम
सो मच
हर
ऑन
मैच में
किड्स,
10 मिनट ऐड करो भाई. हर मैच में और 10-15 मिनट जो ऐड होने वाले हैं.
भाई
You
वो
need
तो है ही
players.
है, वो
Yeah,
तो कह रहा हूँ है ही है, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग.
exactly.
बट इफ यू आर काइंड ऑफ होपिंग कि दैट यू विल गो दिस सीजन विद basically inexperienced kids, so
Hmm.
that could kind of either show a little bit of complacency after treble, which Guardiola openly admitted
Not
that he
like.
do not want City to face that, and he would make sure
Yes.
that City does not go on that path. So
Yep.
अभी मतलब you need and that's why I've said na, that this whole Walker saga, this whole Walker Bernardo saga that finally came to conclusion is necessary. on the club
Yes, yeah.
to have that space to kind of
Good space. Like now they have
sign
20
one,
days.
if not two, sign one, if
25
not two
days.
at least.
Yes, yes, yes.
तो उस हिसाब से देखा जाए जेरेमी डोकू आई थिंक सो इट्स प्योर एजेंट टॉक that again that's my opinion that's pure I think it's pure agent talk I do because कुछ यार वो आया हवा हो गया कुछ खास ऐसा था नहीं
Any
काउरो
Mitoma? Anything on
हाँ
Mitoma?
काउरो मेटोमा पहली बात तो ये है कि यार ये तो तुम लाइक do I have to tell everyone that he plays for Brighton or
Yes.
everyone knows ठीक है
Brighton player है bro.
उसका जो मालिक है ना
Done है.
उसका उसका मालिक जो है वो गैम्बलिंग से अपना बिजनेस एम्पायर बना है भाई तो हो ऐसे आदमी से डील करना और वो भी 2 साल बाकी है उससे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे 1 साल का समझ में भी आता है 2 साल बाकी
Yup.
है तो ऑल्सो मेटोमा सी मेटोमा प्लेज एट द लेफ्ट राइट ठीक है
Yeah,
मेटोमा से
I was gonna ask you the same. I don't think he plays on right. He's
इट
not
डजंट प्ले ऑन राइट ठीक है इवन चलो
the
आई कुड गिव दैट बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट दैट मे बी पेप काइंड ऑफ कन्वर्ट हिम टू प्ले ऑन राइट मेटोमा का एक फायदा होता है कि you could see in some of the games that Jack Grealish could slide into midfield as your left side number 8 and he kind of go back to his Aston Villa wala days if needed even during the game as well and like that again. But then for Mitoma I think so if if Brighton comes on the table I probably think वो 70 million से कम नहीं मांगेंगे
exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be a big money move. Yeah, definitely.
ठीक
He's
है
gonna ask for.
And Mitoma had one good season. Mitoma had one good season.
Exactly. It's too
अभी
early.
Mitoma had
That's what
one
I'm gonna
season.
say.
It's exactly like Brighton के जो भी attackers पे poaching करना is too early
Yeah. I mean,
unless they kind of
we can say
consistently
the
develop
same
on
about
it.
Michael Olise, but at least 50 million price is kind of.
With यार पता है
I
Michael
can
Olise
agree on.
as a player देखो as a player तो obviously उसमें क्या है मतलब एक तो देख Michael Olise में सिर्फ पिच की बात नहीं करी Michael Olise पहले तो होम ग्रोन है
Exactly. मैं
ठीक है
बोलने वाला था. English
होम
quota
ग्रोन है
helps. Yeah.
he plays for France but he's homegrown basically
Yeah.
France के लिए खेलता है but he is homegrown second
Yep.
that he has been he has won player of the season which is voted by his teammates okay so when you are very highly regarded by your teammates that shows as an individual how good you are off the pitch and you know how like you could really uphold the values that City looks for its players. So वो एक तरीके से देखा
Cucurella
जाए तो
was one of
believe
them. Just we were linked with. Cucurella was also like a player of the
okay was
season of
one of
Brighton.
them.
Yes.
So I think so it's all keep the with क्या कहते हैं आपका माइकल ओलिसे के लिए तो things are pretty clear that देखो रिलीज क्लॉज वाली रिलीज क्लॉज एक्टिवेट करना होता कर चुके होते जस्ट दैट दे काइंड ऑफ इवैल्यूएट आई होप दे आर इवैल्यूएटिंग एंड दे
Yes.
मतलब अगर अगर देखा जाए तो मेरे हिसाब से थिंक सो आई प्रेफर साइनिंग अ विंगर ओवर अ मिडफील्डर एट दिस
Yep. Even
पॉइंट
I agree.
and even
Yeah.
I think so midfielder is not our first priority right now when with Rico also now being thrown as
Yes.
another option for this so I think so it would
Agree.
if we are going for another player because there could be a possibility that टीम किसी के लिए भी नहीं जाए the reason being is कि भाई हो सकता है again the players that kind of that goes well with what Pep wants to play for next season they might be very few and
Yeah.
unavailable
Profile well. Yep.
so
Profile based
and
player.
be ready for that scenario as well कि, we might not sign anyone because
Yeah.
the players that we want they are not available in the market and maybe we can go them for next year but again if that happens our squad will यार अगर कोई पूछता है ना कि like have Manchester City been weakened after
Gundogan and
Gundogan and
Mare.
Mahrez left
Yeah.
in a way yes but on your attacking front ठीक है ना defensively we are quite
Yep.
strong
Yes.
ठीक है
Agreed.
we are quite a brute force in defense with Guardiola coming in and then you have Kovacic who can play double pivot if not Stones तो 4-2 का structure 3-2 का structure सब एकदम सही बैठ रहा है like defensively we have turned ourselves into brute force problem is basically replicating or even coming close to the output that both Gundogan and Mahrez delivered, not just previous season, but in like earlier seasons as well. So coming close to
Yeah,
that, and then अगर हम देखें तो फोर्डन पे हो सकता है कल को 20 GNA का प्रेशर आ जाए तो कैन ही बिकॉज एंड दिस इज लाइक अ सडन स्पाइक in
yeah,
think to can could he step up to this level is what we have to see ठीक है ना
yeah,
then बर्नार्डो का रोल भी बहुत ज़्यादा इवॉल्व होगा और प्रोमिनेंट होगा ठीक है
right.
then you have Jack Grealish who have even if you talk about Jack Grealish जिसके लिए we could say that ये GNA doesn't matter whatever he offers on the pitch that's valuable that's all fine that's all good but with
But this
again
season
this season also he has
matters, yeah,
to
bro.
he has to kind of give not not like on an excellent scale but at least more
At
than
least,
decent
at least it's Aston Villa
GNA
numbers, dude. Aston Villa में तो लाता था. Yeah,
or close to
someone
that
to bring. Yeah,
that
yeah.
like
It's
to
not like
give
they're
that
asking
hope
from someone जिसने कभी किया नहीं है. उसने किया है, उसके लिए
हाँ
genuine. He has given
कर
those
सकता है
numbers.
राइट
Yeah.
सो
Yep.
उस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो कि हाँ मतलब एक रीबिल्ड की शुरुआत दिख रही है बट देन ऐसा नहीं है कि लाइक ये 2017 का जो विंडो था ना अपना वैसा विंडो पता नहीं कभी आएगा भी या नहीं आएगा व्हेन वी बॉट 6-7 प्लेयर्स ठीक है वो अब
Yes.
शायद कभी नहीं होगा बट ओवर द टाइम चेंजेस होते रहेंगे बट अभी फिलहाल
Yeah. We'll need those refreshments.
this अभी creative part like get a creative midfielder sorry creative get a winger
Yeah.
if not a creative midfielder, get a
And I
winger
think
or someone who can plays on both as a midfielder and a winger. कोई अगर जैसे कैबरी वेगा टाइप को मैं मतलब एकदम एलीट लेवल का खेल
yeah.
या फिर आजकल सबकी जुबान पे जो चल रहा है फ्लोरियन विट्स जो शर्त लगा लो नहीं होने वाला है सीजन शर्त लगा लो तो कि भाई अगर होगा तो मैडनेस है भाई हो गया तो मैडनेस
मेरे सबसे तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबल इज ओले से बिकॉज का रिलीज क्लॉज है और आई थिंक चिकी का कोटा इस बार खत्म नहीं हुआ है चिकी को एक हमेशा कोटा रहता है रिलीज क्लॉज पे साइन करने का तो आई थिंक इस साल ने कोई साइन नहीं करना रिलीज क्लॉज में आइदर कोवाचिच और नॉर गॉर्डियल पे रिलीज क्लॉज प्लेयर तो ओले से कुड बी
यार मतलब कोवाचिच में तो यार कोवाचिच का तो तुम एक तरह से रिलीज क्लॉज कह सकते हो बिकॉज उसमें ज्यादा नेगोशिएशन का हुआ नहीं ना भाई एक या दो बार में उसने दिया उसने कोट किया भाई सामने वालों ने हाई कर दी
यस
ठीक है
सो आई मीन
स्पिरिचुअली रिलीज क्लॉज है
so I mean there could be a good incomings and there और तबादला बम्बाजो के एपिसोड आ सकते हैं जहाँ पे हम
they could
और
be
content ला
I mean
सकते हैं
I hope if not like not zero but I think so there should be one incoming if not two
yeah
ठीक है
even I agree
दो हो गया तो बहुत बढ़िया बात होगी because we need numbers
yes
and
yes
especially this season we need numbers in this
especially
squad
what the trade I mean we still have
but
like
यार
20 दिन है तो I mean we could
हाँ
expect एक incoming
also
हो सकता है
also for the fact that यार तुम्हारे पास like you still have a lot of players in your academy to put out sale
yeah
so I mean, financials are not a reason. And by the way, even after Guardiola, we are still in negative net spend. FYI, we are still in negative net spend. Even after selling Guardiola and
City has
after signing
shamelessly
Guardiola.
racked up the numbers by selling so many academy players dude that's so funny इतने numbers बढ़ा दिए City ने
Yeah, I think so. If I'm not wrong, we are still like around 8 to 9 million in negative in
wow
terms of your net spend table. Yeah. So
after buying a more expensive defender of all time and you're still negative that's
second expensive defender of all time, right? Second expensive.
हाँ dude कुछ लोग तो फर्स्ट बोल रहे हैं
ये
मतलब 78 and 70 there is a
अरे
difference
जो लोग फर्स्ट बोल रहे हैं ना उन्होंने कभी लाइक जब उनके when they were in college or when they were in school जब कभी भी उनकी क्लास में इन्फ्लेशन और
yeah
करेंसी एक्सचेंज रेट का चैप्टर पढ़ाया होगा तो वो नहीं आए होंगे तो उन्हें
वो
नहीं समझ
obsessed
में
थे
आता
उस दिन
होगा
obsessed थे yeah
क्या
you
फर्क
cannot
पड़ता
blame them
है
you cannot blame them fair
एग्जैक्टली अभी
yeah
that's lack of knowledge that's just pure
yes
lack of knowledge
yes I mean अच्छा मैंने dude अच्छी अच्छी खबरें मिली है अच्छे दो तो अपने प्लेयर रुक रहे हैं that's a good to know and there's a contradiction for Rico and there's many more action coming you know in coming 20 days. So yeah, we request all the viewers, please tune in. We are going to put out a lot of contents on transfers, and we will generally talk about football. Football में और क्या transfers हो रहे हैं which can affect City. So City के related पे
just to
हम
put
लोग
it out, I mean, last 3 videos, whatever we got as response from the ones who saw and the ones who
yeah
reached out to us personally, response were quite encouraging, and
yes
both of us and from talk as well, we all of us are really thankful for you guys to kind of sort of show their support and their solidarity with what we are doing in terms of putting out uh, keeping putting out content on City and also in football in general. uh, देखते रहोगे और दिखाते रहोगे तो हम ग्रो करते रहेंगे, दैट्स सिंपल एज दैट। तो
yes
देखते रहिए, दिखाते रहिए, बताते रहिए।
yes, definitely. So yes, as Samir bhai said, we really appreciate the support and encouragement that we've got, and we obviously request you to like, share, subscribe. Both of daily routine, daily ये है जो होता है, but please share with all the football fans because this is friendly banter. We are here to
भाई
grow the
मतलब
football
समझ लो,
community.
तुम जितना ये अपना ये ड्यूटी, ये लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब का फर्ज निभाओगे, एल्गोरिथम उतनी तुम्हारी रिस्पेक्ट करेगा। और क्या पता तुम्हारे
yes,
से हमारे पास
yes.
थोड़ा थोड़ी दुआ वही मिल जाए।
Yes. So yeah, please, do help us, bro, and please do share if you like the content. Obviously, we are here to put the content that you guys like. So obviously, and do let us know where we can improve. This is a venture
एग्जैक्टली।
between the three City fans. We're trying something new, so please do let us know. In comment section तो पूरा भाई अवेलेबल है आप लोग के लिए। अपनी गाली बक दो, हमारे
हाँ।
बकरी जो कुछ बोल दो, उसने कुछ बक दिया होगा तो चलेगा।
और
But yeah.
याद रखो बस 3 दिन बाकी है सीजन में।
Yes, dude.
3 दिन
That's
बाकी है।
yeah.
अगर
Just on
कोई
that note, we'll
कोई
definitely
डेट में कंफ्यूज हो रहा हो तो 3 दिन बाकी है।
Friday night को अपना मैच है, उसके लिए हम definitely
फ्राइडे नाइट
we
को
are going to do we are going to do a season opener preview. We're definitely going to do that.
भाई लीग लीग से पर्दा उठा रहे हैं भाई, तो भूल
Yes,
मत जाना लीग।
yes. So it's coming, yeah. So please, yeah, we'll put out the content.
Yeah, I think so. Next time we'll meet will be for Bowl League of review, I think so. If
Yeah,
I'm not wrong. So that's where we're heading at. So I think so. आज का दिन, because of in the last 3 days, a lot of developments have happened, and we thought that we have to put it out something on that, and especially because we have been before coming to हम लोग आधा घंटे सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे, ये खत्म हुआ। हम लोग we were basically relieved with this whole
yes, yes.
तीन ये एक का 3 साल चला और एक का 2 महीना।
Yes, finally खत्म हुआ है, bro, and it's good to
हाँ
read those news and find those news. So yeah, and we are excited for this season. We're excited to see, and definitely we are gonna put out a new content जहाँ पे हम going to talk
बेसिकली
about
20
Burnley.
नंबर और 2 नंबर कहीं नहीं जा रहा है। 20
कहीं
नंबर
नहीं जा
बर्नार्डो
रहे
के
हैं,
पास ही है, 2 नंबर वॉकर के
इस
पास
साल तो है, इस साल तो है. So yeah,
है। इस
we're
साल
gonna
तो
put just on that we're gonna put Burnley का preview, and उसमें we have a few announcements regarding few competitions. So we'll tune in. We are going to announce there, and I think
lot
everyone's
of
excited
lot
for
of
that
lot
game.
of things are in pipeline. Lot of things are in
Yeah,
pipeline. Lot of exciting
yep,
things to come from our side, and that's keep वही है, देखते रहो, दिखाते रहो।
yes.
और
खुश रहो, हंसते रहो, you know.
वीडियो को वीडियो को
वीडियो को
जगह
लाइक
जगह
करो, शेयर
फैलाते
करो,
रहो।
सब्सक्राइब करो.
सब्सक्राइब
चलो,
करो।
बॉयज एंड ब्लूज साइनिंग ऑफ. थैंक यू समीर भाई.
साइनिंग
मिलते हैं
ऑफ।
अगले एपिसोड
थैंक
में.
यू सो मच,
टेक
मच
केयर,
राठौड़।
टेक केयर. कम ऑन सिटी.
पीस।